Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm here with another Halloween look. I really hope this look does come out as I plan. I'm really excited for it because one, I don't think I have done a devil look before, so we don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. I do plan on covering at least down to my shoulder, and I do plan to take a shower after this. So I kind of did my hair a little bit, but I will do final touch-ups after I'm done with the look. I'm really excited to see how this look ends up. So as you can see by the title, this will be 2 looks in one video. I want to do one that is cute or sexy, I guess, and the other one I want to make it look scary. So first I will obviously do the sexy, pretty, and then I will go ahead and mess it all up to make it scary. Did you guys see my new friend over there? Well, anyways guys, let's go ahead and get started with this look and let's get to it. Some part of this will be a voiceover. I will try not to talk so much in between me doing the process. I will kind of show you guys step by step. I want to make it really simple. I'm having a lot of trouble and it's taking me forever to edit those videos that I've been recording because I do talk a lot. So when it comes to editing these videos, I have a lot of trouble editing parts, taking parts that don't even have to do with the video. I just keep talking. So I'm gonna try to make this simple. I'm gonna explain to you what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna try to put my voice over these steps, and some parts will be a little bit extra, but I'm doing this so we have a more conclusive and videos where it's a lot easier for me to edit, and two, it's a lot easier for you guys to understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to do. A lot of it is just me talking, but you can see what I'm doing in the video. So if you guys have something that bothers you also in the videos, just let me know so I can either take it out or work on my edit. Okay, so anyways, I will keep trying to explain to you guys as I go, but most of it's gonna be showing you what I do and me talking over it, or just literally showing you what I'm doing. Okay, so for the face I will be using this Nasaru. I could be using this red one, but I think I'll be safe and go with this Nasaru. So for the face and the neck, I'm gonna try to do everything at once. Face, neck, whole face, I'm gonna be doing this as Nasaru face and body paint. I'm gonna spray it with water and we're gonna go straight to it. Oh, but before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and without any further ado, let's just get to it. Hopefully this energy lasts for like about 4 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint my whole face and neck with this color. I am gonna leave the eyes for last, and as you can see, I'm also going over my eyebrows because I'm gonna go ahead and paint those black later. I'm also painting my ears. Hey, I forgot to turn on my light. I really hope this doesn't stain my shirt. I already painted my shirt. So now I'm gonna make sure I go over my hairline as well. Go all the way. Yes, I'm going over my skull as well because I am taking a shower after this anyway, so might as well. So now I do go over my eyes and eyebrows. Okay, so now that we're done with the rest of the face, we're gonna start with the eyebrows. Of course, we're gonna use black. I'm gonna start on the outer part of the eyebrows, and I'm gonna use that cream shadow from the Makeup Forever Harmony Flash. And then I'm gonna start in the middle of the eyebrow and then work my way outwards. Okay, now we're gonna go towards the center, and towards the center I'm just gonna work myself on the bottom part of the eyebrow first, and then I'm gonna blend it up. Okay, so now that we're done with the eyebrows, we're gonna move on to the eyes. For the eyes, of course, we're gonna use black again. Okay, so I did this eye, and I did this eye first to have some trial and error, and I could do a better job at explaining exactly what I did on this eye. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this and try to explain it as I go. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna be adding black eyeshadow, and I'm practically outlining where the cut crease is going to be, just using a really tiny blending brush. In this case, it will be a Morphe M213. So I'm just applying that black eyeshadow starting by the tail and then working my way in towards the inner corner. Once I did the tail, I'm gonna start working my way in. So once I got the outline, I'm gonna start blending upwards. And the good thing about this face paint is that it works really well with eyeshadow. So even though I'm working with black, it's making it pretty easy for me to blend it. Since we already have a red color as a base, I feel like one, the product helps me blend, and two, is the color that helps me blend as well. So I'm gonna switch that brush by a bullet brush and I'm gonna start slightly blending. Now I'm gonna switch that brush again with a Morphe M507, and then I'm gonna grab a tiny bit of that black and start blending the eyeshadow upwards even more, so there's more like a seamless blend. And I do keep looking forward because where my eyelid ends, the fold of my eyelid starts, that's how much black is going to be showing even when I close my eyes. So I am trying to have that blend before I even cut the crease. Okay, so now that I'm happy with the crease, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. I am gonna remove some of that paint. You don't have to do this. You can go ahead and add whatever eyeshadow or cream shadow that you want, but I'm just being a little bit extra and actually removing the whole product and starting with new product. So I look forward. So I did look forward, and then with the makeup remover, it marked a little bit where my eyelid touched the highest point. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease right there. And now I go with the dried Q-tip and then I clean up the rest of the eye makeup remover before I go ahead and add whatever base I'm gonna be adding. So once I have removed the eye makeup remover, I will go ahead and add a lipstick. This lipstick right here from Maybelline Matte Ink. I'm gonna add a little bit on the top of my hand, and then I'm gonna grab it from there with a M213 and then start cutting the crease. For now, I'm gonna show you how I apply the black base. So I apply it first on the eyelid, then I look forward again, the same height that I did look forward to remove the eyeshadow. In this case was the face paint, and I'm gonna go over the exact line where I did remove the previous product. So now I applied the base. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with a matte eyeshadow. For that eyeshadow, I'm gonna be using this matte Red Hot from Forever Flawless from Revolution. This one right here. And then I'm gonna apply that with the same type of brush that I used before, but this one's a different one and a clean one. Well, now it was until I got it dirty now. So I'm gonna go ahead and set all that lipstick. And I'm being really careful not to mess up that cut crease because like I said, I will be going back at it with black. Okay, so now that we set the whole lipstick, I can feel comfortable looking forward now. Now I can go ahead and detail the black a little bit more. I'm going to be using a precise eyeliner brush from Essence and that black eyeshadow from Ulta, this one right here. And then I'm going to go over that black again, just on the edge. And I do pull it upwards towards the blend. I'm going to go over the tail a little bit more. And then try to finish the tail over here because we're going to start the eyeliner. Now I'm going to use the same type of brush again, but now I'm going to go with Inglot gel liner, and then I'm going to do an eyeliner towards that tail. Like always, I do start from the center and then work my way out, and then I start going little by little towards the inner corner. So now that I feel like I'm done with most of the eye, I'm gonna go ahead and touch up with a little bit of black. Hopefully I don't mess it up. So I'm gonna use this blending brush and I'm just gonna tap a little bit of that black, tap out the excess really good, and then just try and touch up that black. So what I'm doing right here, I am kind of evening out, evening, is that a word? Evening out the eyeliner, because when I was looking forward, I feel like it looked really uneven, and then I just tried to fix it a little bit, and then after that I went ahead and went over the upper waterline. So before I continue, let me go ahead and curl my lashes. So now that we did that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the rest of the face before we finish the eyes, just because this look I feel like I need to highlight my under eye and contour a little bit, and I didn't want to mess it up since I knew I was going to be using black eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. To highlight, this is what I already have on my face. It's already a cream contour, and then I saw that this palette has this color. I'm going to be using this color to highlight under my eyes, just like I would on any regular look with concealer, but in this case I'm going to be using that shade and just under the eye. I'm also going to do the whole sharpening the eyeshadow. To blend it out, I'm going to be using this small blending brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I'm just going to blend it again as I would with any concealer. I'm going to go ahead and add more concealer to these areas right under my eyes, and then blend it out. And to set that, I'm going to be using the same palette, Forever Flawless palette, and I'm going to be using this shade right here. It's called Lava. So I'm going to be using the sponge, and I'm going to apply it on the sponge and just set that down. And now the trickiest part, in my opinion, that will be the contour. For the contour, I'm going to be using a really dark bronzing shade first, and then I'm going to start blending a little bit of black in there just because I'm scared of adding black right away. So I'm going to try to keep it safe like that. So that contouring shade that I'm going to be using is this shade from the bronzer palette from e.l.f. So as you can see on this side, I already marked more or less where the black eyeshadow is going to be. I'm going to do the same on this side, and then I'm going to come back when I start doing the black. Okay, now that I added that bronzer, I'm going to go ahead and go with the black. And we're going to try to go little by little as I'm really stabbing that black eyeshadow. I'm going to start marking and then going very lightly and then upwards. Okay, now that I did the contour, I'm going to go ahead and go really dark on my hairline as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and contour the nose. Another scary part. Okay, for the nose, I'm going to go ahead and use the black right away, but I'm going to be really careful. First, I'm going to mark it a little bit with the least product that I can. Okay, so as you can see, what I did right here, I connected my contour line all the way to my brow, and then I started blending it outwards. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. So I messed up a little bit right here. I'm going to go ahead and try to fix it with that cream again, this one right here. And then some of that orange shadow. It's not that perfect, but it'll do. So what I'm doing now, I'm going deeper right on the edge and then blending it out. Okay, now I'm going with this another nose blending brush and just blend that out. Okay, now that we did that, obviously we don't need blush. So we're gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm gonna try to find like a pink maybe highlighter, or maybe an eyeshadow, or orange. Okay, I'm thinking this orange or peach eyeshadow from the Boss Mood palette. I'm just gonna grab a highlight brush and then just apply it as highlight. Oh, it worked just fine. Go ahead and add that on the nose. I think we're gonna need like a tinier brush for that. Okay, so for the inner corner, now that we're really close to that area, for the inner corner, I'm gonna add this orange shimmer shadow from the Boss Mood palette again. We're gonna apply that on the inner corner. It doesn't stand out as much. Okay, so now we're gonna add this shade right here mixed up with that previous shade that I showed you guys. Now I just apply a little bit of this gold cream face paint, and now we're gonna move on to the under eye. But before that, so I wasn't really comfortable with how the under eye looks. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, so before I go ahead and finish the eyes, I'm gonna try to correct that. If not, we'll just leave it like that. So the shade that I'm gonna be adding, it's gonna be this shade called Sandy Beach from the Folklore eyeshadow palette. I know, I'm aware I am adding different palettes in here, but the shades that I'm looking for is just more like a white or bone tones, just to lighten up areas in the face. So if you have like a blending shade in your palette, you can go ahead and use that. Okay, so now I am happy with the highlight of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the under eye. I'm gonna get you a little bit closer so we can continue with the eye. So now we're gonna go ahead and start with the Inglot gel liner. We're gonna go ahead and add that to the waterline. Now that we added that gel liner, we're gonna go ahead and use the same type of brush, just a different one. And we're going to blend that black from the waterline. Not too much, just a little bit, just to blend that black. And what we're using for that, we're using the black eyeshadow. So we're just adding the black eyeshadow with that brush. Now we're going to go ahead and use another M213 brush, and we're going to go ahead and blend that black. No other product, we're just going to blend that black eyeshadow. Okay, so I feel like we're done with the under eye. We're going to go ahead and add some mascara. For that mascara that I'm using is the Sky High Maybelline New York mascara. So I'm still not happy with the inner corner, so I'm going to go ahead and try adding Pixie Dust from that Folklore, from this palette right here, this pink. So it turns out that pink has it has like a shift of gold, and it's mostly the gold that shows through. So I'm just gonna blend it a little bit, and I think I'm just gonna leave it. Like, wanted it to be pink though. Ooh, found another one. You don't have to follow all these steps. You can just use whatever color you prefer. But and I'm gonna go ahead and grab this iridescent tart shade from the Juvia's palette, and I'm gonna pull it a little bit. Ooh. Okay, so I wasn't happy with that gold, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that shade. I kind of blended it upwards, and I really like how it looks. I like the iridescent color that it gives, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other eye. Yeah, that's more like it. So what I did is I pulled it really close to the cut crease, and then I slowly started blending it down. So if you look from the cut crease down, it's really strong on the cut crease, but when it goes down toward the lash line, it starts to blend into that red. I'm gonna go ahead and create that on this eye now. So I just added a little bit of that same shade over here on the tip of the nose, and now right here on the bridge of the eye, the bridge of the nose. Okay, another change. I'm gonna go ahead and add that Puffs shade from the same palette, from Juvia's palette. I'm gonna add this shade right here, and then I'm gonna use that as a highlight. . I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the lips. For the lips, I'm gonna be using a black lipstick, a black liquid lipstick, the same one I've been using on the previous looks, if I even posted those videos. I'm gonna be using this one to just outline my lips, and then I'm gonna use the same one I use for the eyeshadow to add it in the center of the lips and kind of form like an ombre effect. So I'm gonna be using this lip brush. I'm gonna add some of that black on that lip brush and then start outlining the lip. And then I do try to do really harsh lines. Okay, so now that I outlined the lips, I'm gonna go ahead and use that red. But before I do that, I'm gonna remove a little bit of that black with a Q-tip and eye makeup remover. Okay, so now I removed a little bit. I'm just trying to keep it safe, you know, black. Look. So now I'm gonna add that Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Dancer. So to blend it out, I'm just gonna use a flat brush. Okay guys, so I feel like I'm done with the lips. I'm gonna go ahead and add some lashes and do some final touches to the first look of this video.
Turn the floor.
Huh?
Turn the floor.
Leave my friend alone.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm all done with the eyes now. I also let my hair down, and then since I'm gonna take larger shots with my chest, I'm gonna be also contouring some parts of my chest just to make these bones more prominent. I'm gonna go ahead and use that black again. Guys, I'm gonna have to go buy another black eyeshadow after this, after October. Let me close the door. So I'm gonna go ahead and just contour from here out, kind of like a triangle right here. You guys can even see. Here you go. So I'm gonna do kind of like a contour right here, like a triangle. Ooh, yes. Yes. So I did, as you can see, I already added highlight right here, and I did this V. I'm not sure. Had to show that. Now I realize how. We're not gonna do that right now. Now I'm gonna add a little bit under that too. We're almost done with the first look, you guys. Now we're gonna try to do that whatever that was. We're gonna add that black somewhere in here. I can't do it, guys. I got that hang. Right here. It was somewhere right here. Then I'm gonna run it down a little bit. Okay, so let me add a little bit more of that black higher up. That way, like this. I think that looks better. Okay guys, so here it is, the whole face. There's one more thing we need, which is the essential for this look, but I am debating whether these or cute. I actually did this. I made these. I just need to paint them. I could just easily quickly paint them right now, but which ones? How about we let the hubby choose for us? Babe! Okay, so hubby said these. He didn't come because he was eating, but he said these. Okay, so we're gonna try to paint them real quick. We're just gonna use that cream paint, but first we're gonna try to put them on our face first. So I don't have actual latex glue, so we're gonna try to put these on with eyelash glue. Let's see how that works. Oh shoot, that's too much. No. Oh, it's the paint. We should have, would have, could have. Okay, we at least set the base where they're going to be. We're gonna try to paint them. I'm gonna try to paint them. Okay guys, this is the final look. I really hope you guys like it. These are the horns. I really painted them really quick with some cream face paint. I should have taken a little bit more time to paint them with maybe acrylic, but then maybe that's for a future look. But for now, this is the whole look, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really like it. I feel like it looks looks a little bit sexy and pretty. Let me know in the comments what you think about this one. But as you can see, for the lips, I did add some regular lip gloss. This one is from Makeup Forever Professional Paris Mixing Gloss. You can mix this with any makeup product really. You can use this for the eyes, for the lips. I just grabbed this one because I needed something really quick. I'm trying not to move a lot because I don't want these to fall. But if you're gonna do something like this, make sure you have actual glue for like these types of prosthetics. I just didn't think I was not gonna have as much time for this month. I didn't really prepare that much. I did have all these things, but then once I started doing this look, then I realized that I didn't have that glue, but I will make sure to have it for next time. Look at this one's falling. But anyways guys, so for this pretty look, this is it. Like I said, we will now be moving on to the scary one. So now I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the lights so I can do some slow-mo clip, and then for sure we will be moving on to the next one. This is with a little bit of lights. I didn't completely turn them off. I want to see, let me see one more light. Oh, isn't it better? All right, okay, let's do some small clips. So we're back again, and now we're gonna make this look scary. So we're gonna get rid of the lashes. Ooh. Oh, but before I continue, let me turn on some light. I hope that's not as bad. All right, I guess we'll leave it like this. Okay, you know, it's nice having red complexion. You can see imperfections. Anyways, let's get on with this. Okay, so for scary, we're gonna get rid of the glitter. We're gonna paint over this highlight, I guess. Probably leave it or just paint red over it. There's no transfer. Well, barely, tiny bit. This is from like the other liquid lipstick. Okay, let's move. We're gonna remove our lipstick. Here they are. Actual makeup remover. I think if it would have been matte, it would have been fine, but the fact that I did add some gloss, it ruined the whole thing. So I'm just removing some of the eyeshadow that I added right there, just the glittery and the red as well, because all this is gonna go black. Oh, and I just realized I forgot to record some small clips. Okay, well, we'll do some with the scary one. So I'm just going with the wet white paper tissue to take the excess off. All right, okay, so what we're gonna do for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and do one side. Again, I'm gonna go parts by parts because I have an idea of what I want to do, but I have to go step by step, and once I figure it out on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I did it on this side. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the brows just because we did add some black there, and I'm gonna go over it with red again. It's kind of like, I think like what I want to do is more like a skull, not exactly a skull, but like more of a demonic. Luckily I'm not by myself, my husband is here. I don't think I would be filming this if he wasn't here. I low-key took forever to finish the previous one, so I wouldn't be alone. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint over that with the red again to start with the clean canvas. I mean, if some brow shows, that's fine, but at least it's not as black as it was before. And then I go over a little bit over where the shadow was. And I'm gonna go over this, over the black as well. Well, if we add some water to the paint, it would actually paint. So I'm going over the highlight and the contour of the nose. And I will try not to go over the areas where I did add the horns, because I'm going to add them again anyway. Then I go over the lips. Okay, so we cover mostly everything. Now we're actually gonna start sketching on one side how we're gonna paint this. Okay, so far we got more like a base of what I want it to look like. I'm gonna go ahead and start on this eye and show you more or less what I did on this side. From there, I'm gonna try to see if I can make it even scarier. If not, we'll probably just leave it like that. But I want to see how it looks with both eyes so I can see if I can actually work with it to make it even more scary. So what I did on this eye, I kind of like looked down and I frowned my face to show me my natural lines of when I'm angry. And so I'm gonna have that be the guide of where that line goes up. And then once from that line, I'm gonna go down and follow the line of the bottom part of my eyebrow. From there, I'm just gonna go down and connect it to where this wing is and bring it downwards. Okay, I'm gonna frown my face. Even this line, I feel like I'm gonna do that line as well. I see there's a line right here. I'm gonna follow the line as well. I'm gonna start going down to the bottom part of my eye just to have that line right there. And from there, I'm just gonna follow the bottom part of my eyebrow like I just said. So now I'm gonna go to from the inner corner of my eye and then take that black carelessly and connect it to the top of that black. So I'm trying to make the bottom part of the eye round. Okay, now that we did that, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the black just so I can see a bigger picture of what's going on. By the way, I'm using the cream body paint. Okay, now I got a bigger picture. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do those frown eyes again, and then I'm gonna try to do this wing up here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a demon. It looks ugly, just like that. Also on the end, I'm gonna try to take it out. I'm gonna take it out. From the end, I'm gonna pull it up towards the hairline. There we go. So again, I'm going to be going back and forth with that black eyeshadow and the cream paint. Now I'm adding some black eyeshadow to the under eye. I'm going to go ahead and start doing those lines from under the eye, and I'm just making random eyes, just focusing on the center of the eye lines to be longer than the rest. Okay, now that we did those lines, I kind of make the beginning of the lines to be more like if it was like liquid running down, or like if the consistency was not as runny. And just make random lines down, little lines, so it looks more uneven. So I start making random lines. Don't make them curved just like the one I did. I don't like that. More like I'm going to go ahead and set the eye before I move on to the lips. I'm going to go ahead and add that black eyeshadow. And then on the under eye, I'm going to go ahead and go over the beginning of all those lines carelessly. I don't want it to be perfect. Even on the center, I pull it down as well. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the lips. For the lips, I'm going to finish adding some liquid lipstick, the same shade that we used on the previous look. I'm going to finish doing the whole lip. And then on the Cupid's bow, I'm going to go ahead and make a straight line. I don't want to have the specific form of the lips. So for the bottom part of the lip, as you can see, I pulled the black lip lower than my actual lip is. So I'm going to go ahead and connect that lower lip to the other end of my face, which is this way. And I'm starting to scare myself. So for the smile, I realized on the last look when I did the clown, I pulled sideways and then I pulled up. So I tried to remember this time, whenever I want to do a smile or a creepy smile, just run towards the line of the bottom line of your lip goes straight that way. Don't try to pull it to the side or think of the cheeks. Just go straight up. Okay, and before I keep going, I did forget, I did not continue with the lipstick, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep pulling with the detail brush, and then I'm gonna go outwards like if it was a jawline, and then up. So I do try to make it a little bit imperfect, but I don't want to go too happy yet. Ooh, it's looking scary, I think. Okay, now for the lines, again, I try to go imperfect. I'm gonna try to grab the brush from the end and start drawing those lines down. This is my actual mole. I'm gonna make them like part of it. So for the top lip, I keep pulling lines up, and now I'm gonna focus on doing lines a little bit more tiny, so it's kind of like a shading, but at the same time I keep seeing points up. Okay, so I feel like I'm pretty happy with the lips. I'm gonna go ahead and do random like dots everywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on the edges of the eyes, just so it doesn't look like a perfect line up. I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this all around the eyes as well, just tiny lines. I don't pull it too much up. I just want the lines to be really uneven. Guys, I'm really happy how this look is ending up. I feel like it really shows what I wanted to. I really hope you guys like it too. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of that shadow to the lips so it gets them matte. And then be really careless on the edges as well. Okay, since I'm almost done and this look is supposed to be more scary and messy, I think it's only fair that I add some of that black to my chest. I feel like I have some highlighter on my chest still, and it's not the vibe we're going for anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how I'm gonna add that black and make it messy. So how can I do that? So I think I'm just gonna grab it and put it on with my hands. I'm trying to look for the water one because this one is too tiny for me to be dipping my hairs into it. Oh, look at that. I could also use this. Yeah, no? I don't want to use a liquid lipstick. That's too much. Oh, there it is. On the floor. On the floor. So as you can see, I'm adding this all over my chest just randomly. Nothing perfect. I mean, I could do some detail, but I feel like the messier it looks, the better. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna try to do those that shading again over what we already had. Ooh, look at that. Kind of made it look like bony. Like bony. Like bone. Like bony. Not Bonnie. 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 Well, look at that. See? Okay. I feel like we can still make it a little bit more messy. So let's go ahead and try and do that. I'm just going to keep using that black eyeshadow. Woohoo! For those lines, I'm gonna try to make them a little bit bigger. Ooh, I almost forgot the nose, guys. The nose. Okay, so for the nose, I'm gonna try to do something, well, like a skull, maybe. Yeah, like a skull. Wait, I don't know if I should add like blood from the nose down or the nose like a skull. So we're gonna do this like a skull. So So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do random lines up, but at the same time forming the triangle, and then I'm gonna connect all of those lines to form the triangle. Okay, now I'm gonna fill in between all those lines, so it's not a perfect triangle, it's just more like random lines down and up, but then eventually it does become a triangle. Okay, I feel like I wanted the nose a little bit smaller than that. We're gonna try the nose again. We're gonna follow the same lines. We're just gonna try to keep the nose smaller. There we go. Now we're much. Now I'm gonna add some of that shadow again with that blending brush, and I just want to make the nose look as matte as possible. Let's pull this one a little bit more. Let's grab a smaller brush to just keep adding black shadow. Okay guys, so I feel like this is the final look. All I gotta do is just put back those horns, but first I'm gonna try to like paint them again with some liquid lipstick. Maybe that'll stay a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those horns, and okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add those horns, and I'll be right back with the final look. Alright guys, so we're back with the final look, and I painted them a little bit more bold this time, and I feel like it suits it a little bit better. I am really happy with this look. I'm really happy with how scary it looks. I know it could have been a lot scarier, but so far I really this is what I was going for. I wanted a look from one end to the other, and I feel like I achieved it. Let me know in the comments down below which one do you like best. I personally like both. One is for whenever you want to feel glam, or one of those Halloween looks where you want to look pretty and sexy, and this one is for when you actually want to creep up people or your friends or have fun like with this kind of looks. I'm really happy again. Like, I like the previous one, but I feel like this one is actually as scary as I hoped for. But anyways, again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this look and which one you like best. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. You can also find me on Instagram as byeeee, and hopefully I will see you on my next video. Bye.